Hello and welcome to Niger Delta Television News. I'm Janet Brenner. On our top story, Governor Derry's 2027 Campaign Directive still in force. Bayelsa Governor hosts state queens ahead of Women's Confederation of African Football Champions League. Plus, 20 killed in chaos at Gaza aid distribution site. The Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doye Derry, has issued a reminder to all appointees prohibiting public engagement in 2027 campaign discourse. According to a press release by the Governor's Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Daniel Alabra, the directive encompasses discussions on party alliance, coalition and defections. Appointees expected to adhere to these guidelines, noting that the Governor himself has not publicly deviated from the directive. The reminder aims to ensure compliance and maintain consistency among appointees. Ahead of the forthcoming Women's Confederation of African Football Champions League, the Bayelsa State Government has played host to the champions of the 2024-2025 Nigeria Women Football League, Bayelsa Queens. The get-together had the Governor wining and dining with the team in a night of pure relaxation. Government House correspondent Georgia Mele reports.
It was a family affair at the Harold Dapabriye Memorial Hall in Government House, Yanagwa, when the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Lawrence Erujakpo, hosted the all-conquering Bayelsa Queens, winners of the 2024-2025 Nigeria Women Premier League, on Monday to a dinner. Commissioner for Sports Development relayed the outlay.
It's said that success is not an accident. To have gone a whole season unbeaten, Your Excellency, speaks volumes. To be national champions 2 times in 4 years is unprecedented. But as we all know, the journey has just started. As we broke record in Nigeria as the first Nigerian female team to come back from Africa with a bronze medal, let us once again go out there and this time win it all in the African continent. I welcome all of you to this dinner organized by His Excellency the Deputy Governor. You deserve it. Have fun tonight. Thank you very much.
Next up, party time. For their endeavors in the outgone season, some players were singled out for recognition.
Jennifer receiving the Best Defender Award, Monley the best goalkeeper of the team.
The host charged the team to go into the continent and conquer.
If you don't come up with a CAF Women's Championship, it is because you do not want to come back with it. There is nothing that is there that can make you not come back with it.
Senator Lawrence Erujakpo thereafter exhibited his servant leadership skills as he fed everyone in the building, starting from top government functionaries, the owners of the night, the players, and the rest of the team and guests. For the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, all the I's will be dotted and the T's crossed for Bayelsa Queens to become African Queens.
We are determined, and everything that we need to do with the support of the NFF and the Women League, we are going to get there. So I can assure you that the Bayelsa State government will not spare the last kobo to make sure that the team gets what they need to win the CAF Championship.
The optimism is infectious.
Our task at the continental level will be to ensure that we win it all this time.
And we are going out with God first. We are going out with our energy. We are going out with the motivation from the governor and His Excellency, the Deputy Governor as well. And I know and I'm very sure we are coming back with the trophy.
George Ameli reporting for NDTV News.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Derry has identified poor implementation of research findings by government and other relevant public institutions as part of critical factors responsible for the lack of sustainable development in the country. Governor Diri stated this when he received a delegation of Senior Executive Courts 47 from the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, Kuru Jos, during a courtesy call in Government House, Yenagoa. The Bayelsa Chief Executive, who was represented by his Deputy Senator Lawrence Rujigbo, pointed out that the NIPS study team had over the years diligently carried out strategic studies on different teams, noting that if such critical research results had been implemented, the country would have made significant progress. He condemned a practice whereby Nigeria invests resources in the funding of research by various institutions, yet fails to deploy useful research findings and reports for the nation's development, which, according to him, had become the bane of Nigeria's progress on all frontiers. Describing the theme adopted for the NIPS study tour as very relevant to the state, Governor Diri emphasized that Bayelsa was the epicenter of the trillion-dollar potential marine and blue economy in terms of its strategic location and vast marine resources. He assured the NIPS team of the state government's close collaboration and cooperation throughout their stay in the state to ensure sustainable achievement of the study objectives. Earlier in his remarks, the leader of visiting Senior Executive Courts 47 delegation to the state, Air Vice Marshal Mohammed Manu Umar, expressed confidence that at the end of the study tour, the team would have gathered all necessary information for a comprehensive report that will not only help in building the new Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, but also facilitate proper harnessing of marine resources in the country. Christian leaders and organizations have again been admonished to set aside every form of unhealthy competition among themselves in order to win more souls for the kingdom of God. The Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Lawrence Rujigbo, gave the admonition when he met with the National Vice President of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, South, Archbishop Emma Isong, in Government House, Yenagoa. The Deputy Governor expressed concern that rivalry among various denominations of the church promoted through teachings by some ministers of the gospel was doing untold harm to the spread and impact of the gospel of Jesus Christ. He therefore advised Christian faithful to pursue the fulfillment of the Great Commission by embracing oneness and unity of the faith in propagating the gospel. Senator Rujigbo, who thanked the PFN bloc for their unrelenting support for the present administration in the state, urged them to sustain it, particularly their prayers for the continued peace, security and success of the government and people of the state. If you're watching Niger Delta Television, here's a look at our top stories. Governor Diri 2027 Campaign Directive still in force. And Bayelsa Governor hosts a state queens ahead of Women's Confederation of African Football Champions League. Still ahead, 20 killed in chaos at Gaza aid distribution sites. Details of this and more after the break. Join us again. Welcome to Niger Delta Television News and Current Affairs Department at the NS Ikoli Media Complex here in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.
One of NDTV's traditional objectives is to disseminate information with renewed vigor. We build teamwork for accountability, efficiency, and accuracy. Our community reports, eyewitness accounts, current affairs discussions are detailed and competitive.
As NDTV reporters, undiluted report is our goal. We gather the news and bring it to you just as it is.
Our cameras are poised to get in the story behind the story in an in-depth news report.
Our new digital equipment are top-notch with clearer visuals and audio. NDTV is repositioned to serve you better.
Join us on the news every day at 7 a.m., 12 p.m. and our major bulletin at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 25 UHF. NDTV, crystallizing the vision.
Welcome back. The State House of Assembly has conceded for second reading two bills, namely Symbols and Songs of Amendment Bill 2025 and Security Trust Fund Repeal and Reenactment Bill. The Leader of the House, Dr. Monday Bobo Obolo, while opening debates on the Symbols and Song Bill, said the amendment of the existing law of 2012 is necessary as the bill, if passed, will define the precise shade of the state's color on the flag, provide legal backing for the state anthem and the symbols, and highlights the rich heritage of the people. Right Honorable Bolo also commended former Governor Saraki Dixon for his foresight in initiating and promoting the common identity of the Ijaws to the world. The bill was later referred to the House Committee on Culture and Tourism to report back in 1 week. On the Security Trust Fund Repeal and Reenactment Bill, Dr. Obolo, while citing the constitutional responsibility of government to secure lives and property of the people, emphasized that no meaningful development can thrive devoid of security. He lauded Governor Doye Diri for prioritizing safety of the people and noted that the bill, if passed, will be funded not only by government but corporate bodies and others. The bill again was referred to the House Committee on Security, Finance and Appropriation to report back in 1 week. On the entertainment scene, Afrobeats musician Seun Kuti opined that the late former military head of state Muhammadu Buhari damaged his family. For more on entertainment news, let's join Kosiso Chukwemeka.
Buhari dealt with my family, Seun Kuti. Afrobeat musician Seun Kuti has said the late former president Muhammadu Buhari dealt and damaged his family. The former military head of state and democratically elected president who died in London clinic was buried in his hometown, Daura, Katsina State, on Tuesday. Seun, the son of Afrobeat pioneer Fela Kuti, claimed that the late leader caused more damage in his family than any other family in Nigeria during his tenure as head of state. He, however, stated that Buhari's death isn't justice for the crimes he allegedly committed against his family. He regretted that his father and uncles, whom he claimed were unjustly persecuted by Buhari, died long before the former president. Renowned Nollywood actress and producer Mary Remi Njoko has raised concerns over the competence of medications in Nigeria following a recent experience with food poisoning on film sets. In a post shared on Instagram, the actress raised an alarm about potential fake drugs circulating in the country. The actress recounted how she purchased Imodium, a medication used to treat diarrhea, from a prominent pharmacy chain in Nigeria. She explained that despite taking the medication for 3 days, her symptoms persisted. However, when her husband gave her the same medication purchased abroad, she experienced relief within minutes. The mother of 3 appealed to the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to take swift action to investigate the matter. Nollywood actress Angela Okori has revealed that fragments from a bullet fired at her in a 2019 assassination attempt are still lodged in her head. Sharing footage of her medical evaluations, the actress explained that she has spent 2 weeks visiting hospitals due to health issues and was subsequently advised by her doctor to remain on bed rest. After undergoing medical scans and tests, Okori revealed that more bullet fragments have surfaced in her head over time, which has led to blurry vision and frequent headaches. According to the reports, the actress was attacked by Ghana in December 2019, sustaining multiple head injuries in the encounter. The actress has consistently maintained that the attack was orchestrated by individuals within the movie industry and has vowed never to forgive those responsible. Kosiso Chukwemeka, reporting for NDTV Entertainment News.
And from our international decks, 20 people have been killed and scores injured while waiting to get food at an aid site in Gaza. For these and other foreign stories, let's join a narrow attendal.
People trying to get food have been killed in a chaotic and dangerous siege at an aid distribution center in southern Gaza. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation said 19 were trampled to death and 1 fatally stabbed. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation attributed the surge in the crowd to individuals it claims were associated with Hamas. Earlier report from Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis confirmed receiving 10 bodies, stating the victims died from suffocation after US-based private security contractors closed access to the aid site. Since the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation began its operations in Gaza in late May, there have been near daily reports of Palestinian casualties during aid distributions. Eyewitnesses have alleged that most victims were shot by Israeli forces. The United Nations Human Rights Office recently reported a total of 674 deaths occurring near Gaza Humanitarian Foundation 4 operational sites in southern and central Gaza over the past 6 weeks. The Israeli military acknowledged that civilians have been harmed during interactions near aid sites and stated that it is taking measures to reduce tension between its forces and the local population. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation continues to operate from within Israeli military zones, utilizing private security contractors to manage aid distributions. Russian attacked cities across Ukraine overnight with hundreds of drones and a missile strikes hitting energy infrastructure and wounding at least 15 people. Ukraine Air Force said Russia launched 400 drones and 1 ballistic missile, primarily targeting Kharkiv, Kryvyi, and Vinnytsia, 3 cities in different parts of Ukraine. The large-scale, long-range attack targeted energy infrastructure. President Volodymyr Zelensky said on X handle that power was cut for 8,000 families in Kryvyi and other locations in Dnipropetrovsk region. Ukraine's largest private energy company, DTEK, said on the Telegram app. The Air Force said it had shot down most of the drones, but the 12 targets were hit by 57 drones and the missiles. Russia has stepped up attacks on sites across Ukraine this summer, regularly sending several hundreds of drones accompanied by ballistic missiles. The attacks were cited by US President Donald Trump this week as a reason for his decision to approve more weapons for Ukraine, including air defenses. US President Donald Trump tariffs on South Africa could cause around 100,000 job losses, with the agriculture and automotive sectors hardest hit. South African Central Bank Governor Lasaje Kangyago on a local radio station said that the impact of the 30% tariff, which Africa's largest economy faces from August 1st, could cause significant damages to specific industries. He noted statistics showing South African car exports to the United States slumped more than 80% in the wake of import tariffs imposed on cars by the Trump administration in April were very concerning. South Africa already has one of the highest unemployment rates in the world, with official rates sitting at 32.9% in the first quarter of this year. The farmer groups have also warned of the adverse impacts of the tariffs on producers of citrus, macadamia nuts, grapes, wine, fruits, juice, and ostrich leather. In the citrus sector alone, the tariffs have put 35,000 jobs in jeopardy and threatened to devastate towns such as Citrusdal in the Western Cape that are heavily dependence on export to the US. Naro Atembo, NDTV Foreign News.
And from the ever-busy world of sports, Nigeria's Israel Okon sets new personal best records of 10.06 seconds in 100 meters race at the 2025 Spitzenluzern meet in Switzerland. Our sports correspondent Ayemi Miene brings us details of this report and more.
Running in Heat 3 at the Stadion Almond in Luzerne, the 18-year-old Nigerian delivered his most commanding performance yet, improving on his previous best of 10.12 seconds set at the 2023 African Games in Accra, Ghana last year. Okon's time in neutral wind conditions was the fastest of the night at the World Athletics Continental Tour Silver event. Favor Ashe, 23, finished second to Okon in Heat 3, clocking 10.16 seconds, while Kainshola Ajayi, 20, won Heat 4 in 10.09 seconds. With Okon's form continuing to improve since joining Urban University, the outcome further solidifies the nation's sprinting dominance this season as they prepare to select a quartet of sprinters in their bid for the 2025 World Athletics Championship Relay qualification. Ayemi Miene for NDTV Sports.
That report brings us to the end of our bulletin, but before we go, a quick reminder of our top stories. The Basel State Governor, Senator Doye Diri, has issued a reminder to all appointees prohibiting public engagement in 2027 campaign discourse. Was brought to a report that ahead of the forthcoming Women Confederation of African Football Champions League, the Basel State Government has played host to the champions of the 2024-2025 Nigeria Women Football League by Yeltsin Queens. And finally, 20 people have been killed and scores injured while waiting to get food at an aid site in Gaza. That's our bulletin. Thanks for joining us. I'm Janet.